Hey, what's up guys? I know I already did one vlog today, but I want to do a second one. This one's going to be based off of wrestling because Wrestlemania was on last night, and I know a lot of people that watch my normal vlogs won't want to sit through 3 minutes of me talking about wrestling. So I'm going to do this vlog. So last night was WWE's Wrestlemania. For WWE fans, that's the biggest night of the year. For casual fans, that's the one night of the year that you'll actually watch wrestling, hoping that Stone Cold will come out and whoop The Rock's ass. And if you're not a fan at all, that's the night that you go to your best friend's house and eat all of his pizza while you stand through 3 hours of men fighting. For me, last night was an incredible pay-per-view. The WWE went all out this year, and the hype was incredible. In all honesty, it was one of the better WrestleManias that I've ever seen. However, not everything on the pay-per-view was great. Now let's get into the bad stuff first. First off, the World Heavyweight Championship match, which was the first match on the card. It lasted 18 seconds. When Sheamus beat Daniel Bryan and won the Heavyweight Championship. These are two of the most talented wrestlers on the card today. Sheamus won the Royal Rumble and they gave him 18 seconds in the first match at WrestleMania. Two things piss me off about this. One, Daniel Bryan is one of the best technical wrestlers since Kurt Angle. Two, Sheamus was the Royal Rumble winner. That used to mean something, and it would give you at least a half-hour time slot on the WrestleMania card, but it's dwindled down to the opening match in only 18 seconds. What makes that worse is Brodus Clay, who is Funkasaurus, which is pretty much the Godfather but bigger, got 5 minutes to come out and dance with a bunch of old women with fake asses. I'm not sure where the thought process comes from the writers on that one. They also gave about 10 minutes to Flo Rida and MGK, I think his name is. MGK played before John Cena came out, and Flo Rida played before The Rock came out. And it was just wasted space that could have went to the Heavyweight Championship match. And I'm not even going to talk about the Divas match because you guys know what the Divas match entails. It's a time for you to go get another drink, make some nachos, have a piss, and then come back and watch a real match. I would love to see the Divas match mean something, like the days of Lita and Trish Stratus, but looks like that isn't happening anytime soon. Now on to the good. So the WWE Championship match this year was Chris Jericho versus CM Punk. Two very solid wrestlers, great on the mic, and I think that's the biggest thing about the build for this match, is they were just shooting back and forth. They didn't get too physical, and they all saved it for the match, which was an incredibly solid match. I kind of compare this match to Chris Jericho versus Edge 2 years ago, and matches like Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero had. Very technical, very smooth flowing match, and you didn't feel disappointed when the final bell rang. Now the big one, The Rock versus Cena, I'm mixed about. This match was announced directly after last year's WrestleMania, so they had a year to hype the match, and they did so perfectly. The hype was incredible. Did the match deliver? Kind of. The beginning of the match was perfect. The bell rang, they both jumped and went right at it. And then just went downhill from there. A lot of people hate on Cena because he's the four-move wonder. But The Rock isn't that much better. Now I know for somebody who grew up with the Attitude Era that The Rock is, The Rock, the jabroni beating, pie eating, all that jazz. But his moveset is pretty limited. And with Cena, who only has 4 moves, going against The Rock, who probably only has 6 moves, not that exciting of a match. The ending was unexpected though. I did not expect The Rock to win just because Cena is the face of the WWE. I didn't think that they would let the poster boy go down. But hopefully this will set up for another match. Or a Cena heel turn, because he needs some spice in his character. The hype for this match again was incredible, but the match itself, nothing special, but it wasn't bad. Now to the real big one. The Rock vs. John Cena may have been the last match on the card, however, the main event was definitely Undertaker vs. Triple H with special guest referee Shawn Michaels in a Hell in a Cell match. I can honestly say right now that this is one of, if not the greatest match that I've ever witnessed, and it makes me proud that I am a fan of wrestling. The match is a definition of good storytelling. And the best thing was the Undertaker, who has been doing this for at least 3 decades, looked better than ever. And he also debuted a new look, which was bald with somewhat of a mohawk. And I thought I would hate it, but it actually may be my favorite version of The Undertaker yet. Mostly because he just looks badass. Now the match was Triple H versus The Undertaker, but the guest referee Shawn Michaels brought that much more emotion and drama to the match. He was caught between 2 friends. He wanted to help Triple H out and have The Undertaker lose, have Triple H beat the streak, but he didn't want to see The Undertaker lose what's really defined his career. The match was so back and forth and there was a ton of false finishes. And now that I think about it, over the past few years, including last night, I'm pretty sure I'm on the possibility list of having a heart attack from all the anxiety I've had as a wrestling fan watching The Undertaker's streak in turmoil. But that's just because it is so damn exciting. The match itself was a 5-star match, but what happened afterwards was just as good as the match. Triple H laid lying on the ground. Undertaker was also sitting on the ground, just beat. Shawn Michaels helps Undertaker up. They do a little hug, same as they kind of did in WrestleMania 26. Then, Undertaker and Shawn Michaels help Triple H up and carry him to the back. But before they went to the back, they stopped right at the entrance ramp, looked back at the crowd, and then together gave a group hug. It was the biggest showing of respect between the three, but I also believe that it's an indication that this could be it for all of them. There's been rumors going around that it might be Triple H versus HBK next year at WrestleMania, which I would be happy to see. As for The Undertaker, the way it looks, and I hope not, and I kind of hope, because it's just one of those things that it's going to happen eventually and you got to deal with it, but I think he may be done. And I think 20-0 is the year, if he is going to go out, to go out. It is going to suck seeing those guys go, because they are the defining players of the Attitude Era, and really some of the last good storytellers in wrestling today. This is definitely one of the matches that we are going to talk about with our grandkids, with our kids someday. Trust me. Overall, the event was great, mostly because of the Hell in a Cell match. The Rock and Cena match seemed to fall flat, but that's because the bar was set so high that I think every fan's expectations were just unrealistic to begin with. With all that said, tonight's Monday Night Raw is going to be interesting, and I definitely hope, with the rumors swirling around, that this is trending worldwide at some point tonight. Alright, thanks for watching. I will be back Wednesday with my regular vlogs. Won't be wrestling related. I'll probably only do a wrestling thing like once a year after WrestleMania. But I will talk to you Wednesday, and thanks for watching this. Check out my other vlog if you haven't already, and I will see you Wednesday.